Have you ever heard of a fire that simply refuses to go out? I'm not talking about a campfire you forgot to douse. I mean a flame that has been burning for centuries, maybe even millennia. Deep within the heart of a mountain, nestled in a dark cave, there's a fire that has flickered continuously, defying rain, wind, and time itself. It's been burning for so long that no one alive knows how it started. Local legends whisper that it was lit by ancient gods, a beacon that would burn until the end of time. For generations, people have watched it, mesmerized by its unwavering glow, wondering what mysterious power keeps it alive. It's a fire that has become a legend, a seemingly supernatural phenomenon that no one can explain, and more curiously, no one can extinguish. Imagine the scene: a remote, rugged landscape, a mountain that holds a secret. As you approach, you can feel a faint warmth, a subtle glow emanating from a crack in the rock. Inside, a single, constant flame dances, casting flickering shadows on the ancient walls. It's not a raging inferno, but a steady, persistent light. Attempts to put it out have all failed. Water thrown on it sizzles and evaporates, the flame barely flinching. Trying to smother it is useless. It just finds a way to reignite, as if it has a will of its own. This isn't just a story. Places like this actually exist around the world, from the eternal flame falls in New York to the burning mountain of Yanataş in Turkey. Each one is a puzzle, a seemingly impossible defiance of nature's laws. For the longest time, the only explanations were myths and folklore. Some believed it was the breath of a dragon sleeping beneath the earth. Others said it was a gateway to another world, a sacred portal guarded by an immortal flame. These stories were passed down through generations, adding to the mystique and turning these places into sites of pilgrimage and wonder. People would travel from far and wide just to witness this miracle, to feel its warmth and speculate about its divine origins. The fire became a symbol of permanence in an ever-changing world, a constant presence that connected them to their ancestors and to the very mysteries of the universe. It represented life, spirit, and an energy that transcended human understanding. But as our own understanding of the world grew, scientists began to look for a more earthly explanation. They brought their equipment, their theories, and their insatiable curiosity to these ancient sites. What could possibly fuel a fire for so long? Wood burns out, coal turns to ash. What was the secret ingredient? After extensive study, drilling, and analysis, they uncovered the truth. The answer wasn't magic, but it was just as fascinating. Hidden deep beneath the ground, in the very bedrock of the mountain, lay a vast, undiscovered reservoir of natural gas. The science is actually quite elegant. The eternal flame is fed by what's called a natural gas seep. Tiny cracks and fissures in the Earth's crust act like microscopic pipelines, allowing gases like methane to travel from deep underground reservoirs all the way to the surface. When this gas emerges and meets an ignition source, perhaps a lightning strike thousands of years ago, or even a fire set by early humans, it creates a flame that has a continuous, unending supply of fuel. As long as the gas keeps seeping, the fire will keep burning. It's a perfect self-sustaining system, a geological marvel hidden in plain sight. So, the mystery was solved, right? Science had its neat, logical explanation. The magical fire was just a natural gas leak. Case closed. But here's where the story takes an interesting twist. Even with the scientific explanation in hand, the myths and legends refused to die. The local people, who had lived with the flame for centuries, weren't so quick to abandon their ancient stories. They would nod politely at the geologists' reports, but then, in a hushed tone, they would share their own truths. They'd say, "Yes, the gas is what the fire eats, but the spirit is why it burns." For them, the science and the myth weren't mutually exclusive. They coexisted. The ancient tales often spoke of the flame as a guardian, a protector of something sacred hidden within the mountain. And strangely enough, some of the scientific findings seem to echo these old stories. For example, Some of these eternal flames burn with an unusual chemical composition, or are located in geologically significant areas that ancient cultures might have recognized as special or powerful. Was it just a coincidence that these natural gas seeps happened to be in places already steeped in legend? Or did our ancestors have an intuitive understanding of the Earth's energy, which they expressed through the language of myth? This is what makes these places so incredibly compelling. The scientific explanation doesn't destroy the magic. In a way, it enhances it. It grounds the incredible story in reality, showing us how our planet can create phenomena that seem truly supernatural. The flame is both a geological wonder and a cultural touchstone. It's a place where two different ways of understanding the world, the analytical eye of science and the spiritual heart of myth, meet and overlap. The gas leak explains the how, but the ancient stories explore the why. Why here? Why has it captivated humans for so long? The mystery, it turns out, isn't about how the fire burns. It's about what it means to us. It represents the enduring power of nature and the timeless human need for wonder. We are a species that looks for patterns, for meaning, for stories that connect us to something bigger than ourselves. The eternal flame feeds that need perfectly. It's a tangible piece of the ancient past, still burning brightly in our modern world. It reminds us that even when we think we have all the answers, the world still holds secrets and wonders that spark our imagination. The science gives us the facts, but the mystery is what keeps the story alive, passed from one generation to the next. So the next time you hear about a fire that never dies, remember that there's more to the story than just science. It's a tale of geology, of history, and of the enduring power of human belief. It's a reminder that some flames are fueled not just by gas, but by the stories we tell and the mysteries we choose to keep alive. The fire burns on, not just in the mountain cave, but in our collective imagination. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of an ancient mystery. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more weird and wonderful corners of our world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is it science, magic, or a bit of both? Until next time, stay curious.